Ryan. I'm the PR director here at Lana Jewelry.
And I'm Rachel Willie. I'm the assistant PR director at Lana Jewelry.
So I was destined to meet Lindsay. The fashion industry is quite small in Chicago, so we crossed paths almost immediately. Since then, I've seen her at the farmer's market, true story. And just about every successful fashion person in Chicago knows her, and she's a mutual friend to many, personally and professionally.
I found Working Girl Inc. to be incredibly, it was easy, it was so personal. Lindsay was great to talk to, so easy to sit down. We had coffee, we went over my entire resume, my cover letter, everything, learned my interests, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to see myself in the future. I was a recent college grad, didn't really know what was going on yet, but Lindsay really kind of helped me figure it out, and it was such a great way to start out my job search. She looked at my resume and cover letter, we tweaked a couple things, and then Lindsay just started sending it out everywhere.
She does make you feel like a friend through the search process. Even Rachel, who's now working for me, just raves about the process completely and how working with Lindsay was so easy, and she was so personable and made her feel so special in finding a job, which I think is really unique to come by.
So from the time that I sent Lindsay the first email to the time that I was hired, that was only about a month. But 7 weeks later, I was hired on as a full-time employee here. So it was a really quick and easy process. I feel like one of the hardest things about finding a job is the lack of personal attention that you get in those early stages, where if you don't have a direct contact somewhere, it's so hard to get beyond just the resume stage. Where with Lindsay, she just really kind of bridged the gap there with me. She already had all of these contacts that I didn't have as a new resident of Chicago, as a new graduate. So she really, like I said, just kind of helped break that gap and put a name to the face with me with a bunch of different places in Chicago, and helped me to find my place here at Lana.
It took one round of resumes, and that's how I found Rachel. She made it super easy, super simple for me, and usually the job process and finding that right person can be so difficult and frustrating. She just took the pain away and made it a completely easy process.
So I worked at a retailer in fashion. I was familiar with Lana Jewelry, but didn't really know that they were headquartered in Chicago.
We're actually pretty incognito and try to keep it kind of a secret here. We're a bit under the radar for a fashion company with this distribution based in Chicago.
Well, and it's so unique that we're in the Midwest too. Most are based in LA and New York. Coming to Chicago, I knew I wanted a job in that sort of industry, but knew that Chicago wasn't really a huge hub for that, so it didn't really even cross my mind to look into a job in the fashion industry outside of retail. But Lindsay, hooked me up with this right away, and I really kind of found my place here.
And being that it's not a fashion city, it's definitely difficult for us to find the right people in this city who really understand luxury retail, and that was something that Rachel had and Lindsay knew and brought her to us, so that was really special.
Yeah. You can go through other kind of headhunting companies, and you tend to be kind of a number in the system, where with Lindsay, it is so one-on-one, so personal, everything's face-to-face.
And one thing that Rachel and I both said is meeting with Lindsay and talking with Lindsay, is as if she makes you feel like a friend. She makes you feel like she really truly cares, and it's because she does.